Where do we come from?
When do we become aware of ourselves?
When does our personal history begin?
Who were we before our birth?
What are the stages of spiritual development in our life?
How can we convert our spiritual energy into everyday life energy?
We want to discover how our personality have been founded. And usually we thought that this personality have been founded from youth, even from the first day of life. Now, with medical research, we understand that personality have been founded into the intrauterine life.
This workshop is entitled 10 Moons and 100 Suns, and comes to help us discover the relationship between our time of 10 moons, the 10 months of pregnancy, 28 days times 10 months, and the 100 years of life, God willing, which follow. And it is therefore a spiritual experience which is designed to give us practical tools for living our lives.
It's a triple conjunction of knowledge. The first one is medical research. The second is Jewish tradition. And the third one is Chinese wisdom and philosophy. It's very useful to understand the mechanism of formation of our life. And to know this mechanism permits us to be in awareness of what's happened and why it's happened. What is the process to open the door to happiness?
It is not enough to plow the depths of our conscience to understand our emotional and spiritual and medical history, if you will. Once we have understood that, but we want to make sure that it is implemented and becomes part of our everyday, we need to raise it to an emotional level. And for this, we liberally use music in our workshops, singing nigun, to cause the spiritual and intellectual facets of the workshop to rise also to an emotional level.
It's open to everybody, Jews and non-Jews. The couple that are expecting a baby can benefit very much of this workshop, but also all the family. We undergo into this process, which is a process of growing. It is engraved in our flesh, in our memories. So to discover it together, all the family, permit us to understand not just our psychology, our spirituality, but also the frame of the family.
There's a whole world that we need to be aware of, that we experienced before our birth, and which has a deep, deep effect on our lives to make our lives a better experience. And this experience, this workshop, is designed to help us make aware to ourselves this time and the benefits that it can bring to our lives.
In one hand, it is very spiritual, deep. But in another hand, it's a very practical experience that lead us to acquire practical tools for everyday life.
Beshuati